Good morning and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Allie and I literally just post everything on here. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, I was going to put this on like my TikTok and my other social medias, but I was like, you know what, let me just talk about it on my YouTube because it's probably going to be another video, like a long video, and that way I can look back and I'm not scrolling through 4 million videos, you know what I mean? As a lot of you know, I work for FedEx right now. I don't work for FedEx itself since I'm subcontracted. I work for a vendor is what they're called. And I do like working for FedEx. I like the people that I work with. I've worked for other contractors before and they're just not good. And they're no longer in business. But this contractor has been in business for I think like 25 years, 15, 30, something like that. So they know what they're doing. They're the best contract at the terminal because the terminal has multiple contracts. You know, they deliver all over different areas. And it's not, I don't hate my boss. I don't hate my coworkers. I like my coworkers. I like my boss. I like the way everything's set up. I have a genuinely very flexible schedule. If I text my boss and I'm like, hey, well, it's all online on an app. But if I were to let my boss know, like, hey, you know, I have a dentist appointment this day, he's like, all right, like, you're off. But for some reason, if there's a scheduling conflict, like, I just message him and he's like, all right, you know, sorry about that. Here you go is the schedule. The typical start time, normally we like to get there around 7 to 7:30ish. That way you have time to load your truck, and based on pickups and everything, sometimes you don't get back to the terminal until like 4:30. I run bulk, so really I could just technically leave when I'm done, but you go out and you help people. So I work from like 7 till probably 3 because 3:30ish. I have like a 3 o'clock pickup. If I'm on like my wife's route, she has a 4 o'clock pickup, and you can't leave until you do that pickup, you know what I mean? You're out working, and then by the time you get home, during peak it was really bad. We weren't getting home until like 6:30, almost 7, so we were working 12-hour days. But for the most part, we're working like 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. doing that 5 times a week. So you're during peak, you work 6 days, like required. You're not allowed to, you know, take off any specific dates, nothing like that. You're working 50 hours a week, and it's draining on your body when you have to lift bunk beds, dressers, you have chewy boxes, you have just all this heavy stuff and long driveways, super heavy, then you gotta load it on the dolly, like your back hurts, you get tired, like you're up at 5 o'clock in the morning, you know what I mean? It's really rough. And I applied to a hospital. It's not the hospital I want to work at all. It is the hospital I am avoiding. They had a unit secretary position open for the women's center, which I was like, okay, like, you know, that would be good. You just sit at the desk and they input all the orders, like all that. But it's for the hospital I don't like, and I don't want to settle on a hospital I don't like just because I want to get into a hospital, you know what I mean? I started nursing school over the summer. I'm gonna have that, and I want to get my foot in the door, but I don't want to be stuck in a hospital that I don't like. And I don't like this hospital because they're not very reputable, and there's people I don't like that work there, and I don't want to work with somebody I don't like. And I'm not saying like you are going to have people that you don't like that you work with. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that these people are literally, they're Satan shit. Like anything you do, they have a microscope under you, like, and I just don't want that in my career. I know. So I've been looking. There's one hospital I really, really, really want to work at, and I've been wanting to work at for years now. They don't have any current job openings for like a tech. You have to have a CNA license, which I don't have. I want to work there. And then one of my friends messaged me when I posted on my Snap, and I was like, who's hiring? And she posted and like told me, you know, my hospital's hiring, and I think that would be a good like opening for me to get into because of what I want to do after nursing school. Right now, currently, what about ER, psych, and mother and baby? Psych, there's not too many psych hospitals out there, and don't get me wrong, psych is interesting, but I don't know if that would be like my long-term kind of thing. ER is also interesting, but I also don't know if that would be my long-term kind of thing. I really don't know like what my long-term thing would be. In nursing, you can always switch. However, I won't know for sure. I could love med-surg for all I know, you know what I mean? I won't know until I start nursing school and I do my clinical rotations and I figure out like what best suits me. guess I want to make this video as kind of like a job update. Submitted the application, like I uploaded my resume and everything, and they were basically like, all right, you know, we'll be in touch, but if you want to come to the open interview, you know, you can come to it. But I don't know about all that, because like I said, I don't want to settle on a hospital that I don't want to work at and then just be miserable, because right now I don't really mind working at FedEx. It's just the heavy ass shit, and like I just get tired. And with a 50-hour work week, at work more than you're at home, and I just feel like I don't spend time with my kids because I'm working. And ideally I want to do nursing, like PRN, and then social media on as like my main income. I'm gonna take some time to work towards that. Just wanted to do like a little vlog update, see where it goes down the road. And thank you guys for watching. If you are not already subscribed, go ahead and click the subscribe button to see more. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.